Chuck'n Arouind.
Chuck'n Arouind. Chuck'n Arouind. Just Chuck'n Arouind.
And we are back. Welcome back to another episode of Just Chuck'n Arouind. I am your host, Mr. Chuck Houston, and we got a hell of a show for y'all today, man. Just want to give y'all a couple of updates. The Houston Astros got out the first, well, actually the round of the playoffs moved on to play in the divisional championship, playing the Boston Red Sox coming up tomorrow, matter of fact. That's when that series starts. So shout out to the Astros, man. Shout out to the Astros. I got the Coke 45 hat on right now, but shout out to them Stros, man, for getting on to the next round. So we're going to wish y'all luck in this next series, man. So I really ain't got too much been going on with me, man. I just been working real hard. Went to see moms today, just a regular old thing, man. So, like I say, welcome back to another episode of Just Chuck'n Arouind. And we got to bring our boys in here, man. I got to bring in the producer of the year, the man with all the jokes, my main man, Mr. Blaine. Come on in here, boy.
Hey, what's happening, my brother? How are you? I'm all right, man. I can't complain. Man, I had to get on my son's ass today because when it come time for him to do his little school on his tablet, just cutting up, don't want to focus, do what I tell him to do. So he got about 3 little separate spankings today. He told my wife, nigga said, "Mama, I want a new daddy." That's what he said. "Mama, I want a new daddy." That's what he said. "Mama, I want a new daddy." And then repeated it again later when I went upstairs to check on him. He said, I said, "You still want a new daddy?" He said, "No." "Yeah." He said, "But if I get a new daddy, I'll just see you later." Let me show y'all this too, man.
Hey, man.
Here he is right here. This just came in. Let me put this up.
Nigga, what is it, an affidavit?
Yeah, read it.
Nigga, I can't read that shit. That's too small.
It says affidavit exemption for immunization for reasons of conscience. I got me a affidavit to be exempt from the vaccine.
Who you bought that from?
Don't worry about it, nigga. I ain't bought it from nobody.
There was a nigga on the news today selling fake CPR cards. You got that shit from that nigga?
Not at all, not at all. So
nigga, they busted that nigga. I'm turning your fuck ass in, nigga.
I knew you wasn't gonna like that. That's why I had to post it. I already knew.
Yeah. Your fuck ass in.
Yeah, so
I can't wait to call the authorities tomorrow. I'm calling the authorities tomorrow.
Call them. You call them if you want to. You know what I mean? You call them if you want to. You going down with me, goddammit. I'm gonna make up something to bring you right on down. Till that nigga selling, going to Galveston and selling seagull meat. The nigga out there killing seagulls, man. I'm gonna find something to blame on you. For real.
No, nigga, I ain't going down with you. Yeah, I'm putting them laws in your motherfucking life, nigga. I promise that tomorrow.
Hey, man, look here. I'm gonna tell him, look, I got one of the feathers to prove it, man. The nigga been selling me meat. My meat been coming with feathers in it, man.
Hey, it's a wing shortage, nigga. We gotta do something.
Yeah, it's a wing shortage. We need nigga. Nigga, you start getting seagull wings, nigga. Ooh, them all gonna be crispy. You hear me?
It's enough of them motherfuckers up there flying around. We can go get some of them hoes.
Yeah. Them hoes gonna be everywhere. Man, can you imagine them hoes on the pit? They was like, "Nigga, what you eating? Ostrich wings out here?" "Yes, sir." Yeah, man.
Yeah,
so,
man.
That's about all I got smoking, man, until we get into this Chuck'n Arouind, man. I'm excited today. So, yeah, let's get to it, man.
All right. Well, let's bring our next guy in, the co-host of the year, the man with all the game, Mr. Pimp Game Shane. Come on in here, my boy.
Hey, all you motor scooters and after schools tutors. What it fucking do, man?
What's the deal, baby?
Shit, fresh off the plane. Now I just got back a couple of days ago. I was in Detroit. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my people out in the D. You know what I'm
Already.
saying? That be Detroit versus everybody, nigga. They mean that shit, boy. You better not say nothing crazy about the D.
Have you been watching the BMF story?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah, I've been
And
taking it out.
let me say this: I've been by all the places that they have, like that they filming at. I've seen all that
Yeah,
shit. Like that shit is crazy because it looked just like it do. You know, I mean, it looked like it do on the movies, except for when you go there, you kind of experience like the basements and shit like that. Like I ain't never been in no basement before. Like you know,
yeah,
outside of being in Atlanta and shit, but you know, out there
yeah,
they all the houses got basements. All like everything got a basement, like a downstairs. That shit was wild, man. But it
yeah,
was we had a funky good time, man. I didn't get to see too much because I was with my people the whole time, and we partied like crazy. But I mean, I ate. They got a bunch of Coney Islands out there, but they Coney Island is way different from ours. Like they got food up in that bitch. Like nigga,
yeah.
they shit like
It's
nigga.
called Coney Island something else, huh? Coney Island Ocean or some shit like that.
Well, they got all it's all different kinds. It's like shit. Like some of them, it's like Coney Island, West or some shit like I don't even fucking know. I don't remember, but we went to a lot of
Yeah.
them. I know them hoes was
I know
wild.
it
They
ain't like James Coney Island. It's some other shit.
no, it's not no James Coney Island. All them
Yeah,
like hot dogs we get out here, that generic shit. It's nothing like that out there. Like all they shit is like real deal food. You know what I'm saying? Like, and they should be good.
yeah. That's what's up. That's what's
But
up. Well, welcome back, man. Welcome back
yeah,
from
I'm
having
happy
a
to be
safe trip.
back. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We got to bring our next guy in, the cleanup hitter. We need him for the Astros right now. Mr. Cigarillo, Ryan Martell, come on in here.
Yo, what up, Chuck? What up, Blaine? What up, Shane? What's going
What
on?
up? What up?
Boy.
What's cracking,
Y'all
man?
good?
Welcome back.
Already, man. I didn't know if we was gonna make it, and you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, man. You know, it,
I
it be
clicked on
like
the
this
link.
sometimes.
I clicked
Yeah,
on that
yeah.
link. That mug said,
Site can't be reached.
"Yeah." I was like, "Oh, they done did it again.
It
The
said
damn
we out of
government
there.
done shut us down."
We got it back.
It
We got it
is. We
back,
back
man.
in full effect. Yeah,
Yeah, man.
let's do
Yeah,
this.
man. All right. Well, shit. Since the gang's out here, let's go and get it started, man.
You the only one a little blurry, Charles.
I'm a little blurry.
You on my end. How about y'all?
Yeah, he a little blurry, a little sketchy.
Yeah.
Think
Oh,
you got
shit. Here we go again.
He
It's
a
that
shady
internet.
looking nigga.
They say we're gonna make him think he got good internet for the first week, and then next week we're
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
throttle his ass.
We're gonna be outside shaking his line.
It's still fucked up.
All his neighbors
Yeah.
is leeching
Yeah,
off of
I
his
think
shit
the
right now.
closer you get to it, the better.
Huh?
The closer you come stay in the camera, the better.
This
But
better.
you
Maybe
just
it's all maybe it's
you're
all them
Look
damn
like an
bricks you
Ewok,
got over
though.
there. All them bricks is blocking your signal.
That boy look like an Ewok.
Yeah, there you go. Get some
Let's some
air.
signals in this motherfucker. See if that helps.
yeah.
No.
You all right? Well, let's get into it. I guess
All right,
can't nothing.
you can't what?
Guess we ain't nothing we can really do about it.
I guess the
Okay, yeah.
public don't really need to
Let's
see
go get it.
you
We ain't gonna be
anyway.
on y'all night no way. Let's start out with John Gruden, man, the Raiders head coach, ex-head coach John Gruden. He was found to have been sending out emails that was racist and homophobic and misogynistic. And it ain't like he did it just a long time ago. This shit started in like 2011 and went all the way to like 2018. So this nigga did this shit for like, by 2018, nigga, you know not to be doing that shit no more. So, but this nigga kept doing it and kept doing it. And finally, the shit came out that, he had been, doing all this bad talking. And a lot of people coming out saying that, hey, this nigga, he been fucked up like this. So it's just not getting out. So Pimp Game Shane, I want to get your opinion on that first.
Well, like you said, it's been going on for a minute. He been doing it, but it's probably just now releasing like the homophobic stuff, and that's probably what got him flagged. Because I mean, like a racist, he ain't just wake up and start being a racist. You know what I'm saying? Like shit, they been doing that shit. Like he ain't just wake up and start being whatever the fuck he is. But now it's just come to the forefront because he said something about some people. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit.
Yeah.
Because my thing is like if they've been knowing about all this shit for this long and he ain't been fired, he still got a job. Like they was cool with it until somebody said, "Hey man, somebody got to go down for all this shit." Like you can't be saying
Yeah.
that shit. The alphabet community is on our ass. You know what I'm saying? Like we about to get boycotted and all this type of shit. Hey, you gonna have to, you know what I'm saying? Because 9 times out of 10, they probably all talk like that to, amongst each other. You know what I'm saying? And like, just like
Mhm.
you say, the emails just got out because it's like, nah, you didn't say it too much. You didn't say something about them people,
Right.
and they're
Right.
having that shit. But I mean, man, look, fuck all that racist shit. Fuck all that. Like, people don't like people. That's cool. You know what I'm saying? Keep that shit to yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever views you got, you know what I'm saying? That's your opinion. Keep that shit to yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't nobody need to hear what you know what I'm saying? Especially typing and doing all that shit. That's dumb than a motherfucker. You know what I'm
Right. You
saying?
leaving
Like,
a paper trail, my nigga.
you leaving all kind of paper trail. And if you don't want this shit to come out, that's the wrong way to go about it. Cause I mean, shit, like, just like you said, like that's an electronic paper trail. They can find your ass in the fucking way, and you erase them holes, and they can still find them bitches. So it's
Right.
like,
Right.
why would you even? You cruising for a bruising, like you looking for trouble.
Right.
But that's all I got on that. I don't really give a fuck about him no way. So you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like shit, he can suck nuts with his homophobic ass. I don't give a
Yeah.
fuck. Like shit.
See, but what I don't like is what they didn't do. They didn't make him apologize like they do the rest of these motherfuckers. Cause he a white boy.
Right.
The first thing a
Right.
nigga got to do is get up there and shuffle and, oh, I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to say it, and sounding like a
Mm-hmm.
motherfucking slave. But the white boy ain't got
Shuck
to
and jive.
apologize. Yeah. So blame the comment.
Your slave impression is on point, my nigga. I just
Yeah.
gotta
Yeah. Like he just got out of slavery yesterday.
I was a slave in my former life.
Man, a lot of people had pointed it back to Dave Chappelle's special, saying that that was his whole point. You know what I mean? When it was the N word, everything was fine. As soon as he hurt the feelings of the gay community, no, you got to go. You got to go, man. And so like Shane said, when people usually say the N word, you could just usually just give up an apology. But if you say something against that community, ain't no apology to be given, man. And
Yeah.
and one of the I saw Rashonda Tate. She said that how dumb and stupid you got to be to do that on the company email, knowing what I mean that's just open to anybody. You know what I mean? And so what I think personally that happened, he pissed the wrong person off. You know what I mean? And they went ahead and put that out there, and then or either they trying to switch things up, and a friend they don't want him in there. They want somebody else to have his job. You know what I'm saying? And so,
All the shit come out.
That's why it all come out. But then somebody else said too. That just shows the mindset of that community. Because if he was able to put racist and homophobic remarks in the email, why was that okay? Why was that okay all the time? You know what I mean? It just shows the climate over there.
Right.
You know what I mean? So he felt comfortable enough, and they was laughing and kikiing about it and whatever, blah, blah, blah. And nobody ever said nothing back. They just were smart enough to know that not to reply and have an answer or just talk about it to him in person whenever they seen him,
That's it.
So, I just feel like, that's that good old boy syndrome, you know what I mean? Well, they was in their element. And when you amongst your people, you can just kind of do what you want to do, man. So he lost his job, so he ain't got that security net no more. So
his career is over.
Hopefully he didn't saved enough money or invested enough, and he'll be straight. I'm pretty sure he got some good old boys to pat him on the back and say, man, you did good. Come on over here, man. I got a job for you. Don't worry about it, man. Everything's gonna be all right. You can email me anytime you get ready to. Talk about the Negroes and the homosexuals. Whatever alphabet you want to put in there, just whatever alphabet you put up there, man, just spell it out for me so I know who we talking about.
Yeah.
So yeah,
The
man.
red niggas is spot on.
Yes, sir.
On point. On point.
I like that comeback.
All right, Mr. Cigarillo, clean this thing up.
Yeah, he got what was coming to him because I mean he had been doing that. I mean them emails they talking about it like 10 years old. You know what I'm saying? Imagine the emails that he sent in the last week. He said that he said that the player had lips the size of tires.
Yeah.
So, you know, come on, man.
Michelin tires, nigga.
Yeah, Michelin tires. Yeah, he even named it. I mean, come on, man. John Gruden, you whack, man.
That boy was roasting them niggas.
Yeah, that's all he really was doing, just roasting niggas.
He said Roger Goodell should have never pressured Jeff Fisher to draft queers when he was talking about Michael Sams.
God damn.
So as soon as like you said, as soon as the gay community got a hold of that, it was over because you could say the N-word all day long. I mean, owners say it. Goodell probably says it all the time, and but as soon as you talk about them alphabets, they coming for you. You don't want it with them. You don't want it with them. That's all I gotta say.
I want to do a sketch. When the LGBTQ community have a meeting and then they just get all these papers about people and says shit. They be like, oh, he said, we about to get his ass.
Hey, make sure your name is on that list because they gonna come get you with that shit.
He said what?
This nigga said what?
He said what? Oh, hell no. James, fix your wig. We're recording this meeting. It is in 14 minutes. I need you to fix your wig, James. Be professional. I know he didn't tell you to tuck your dick. I know he didn't say that.
Oh, Tucker. Look here, Tucker Carlson.
That's our last showing of Chuck'n Arouind.
Yeah, the views of Blame the Comic don't resonate with just Around.
No, I'm just saying, I think a sketch of the LGBT community actually having a meeting.
Oh,
don't do it. Don't do it.
Who they gonna cancel?
That's the quick way to get canceled.
The council.
Don't do it.
Hey, you better run it by a few of their representatives first.
Hey,
who do you talk to? Who do you talk to? Like George Michael.
The crazy part about that whole situation is that you remember the dude that came out as gay, the football player? He owned the Raiders.
Which one?
The dude that came out.
I mean,
he played for the fucking Raiders.
So you know he was talking about him.
Oh, yeah, maybe so.
Yeah. Dude played for the Raiders, so that's the deepest part about the whole shit.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So yeah, man, let's move on to the next topic where we ended off last week with Dave Chappelle, man, with the closer. I got a chance to check out the closer. I watched it, I want to say 2.5 times because I went to sleep on it. Like at the end, I was drunk and high and shit. I just wanted to laugh before I went to sleep. But the shit was on fire, man. I loved it. He did his thing once again with the smarts. You know, the man, he make you think at the same time. He make you laugh. I'm like, Dave Chappelle right now he the GOAT. You know what I'm saying? Right now he the GOAT. So I'm giving Dave Chappelle his props. Scale of 1 to 10, 9.8. Yeah. I gotta be honest, man. I gotta be honest, because it was the reason I say 9.8 is because it was so much length of time where you just listening. I mean, I know he's telling stories, but he not punching like on every time he needed to punch. That's what I thought.
It was engaging.
It was engaging.
Yeah, that's what he was doing. He was building that crowd up. Like shit. that's I mean, really, he did what he was supposed to do. Like, thing is that what he was doing was setting up the punchline. I mean,
Yeah,
shit,
I know what he was doing.
yeah. I mean, well, if you know what he was doing, then shit, how you give him a 9.8? That nigga
I
got
got
in
to.
point motherfucking 10 all the way,
You
just
gotta
like you
give him
said.
a
He was the
9.8.
fucking goat. Hey, that nigga's the goat because he touch on shit that people scared to touch on, and
Yeah.
he gonna tell you a whole fucking story that ain't even fucking bullshit. He telling you the whole fucking rundown. He giving you
Oh yeah.
start to finish. You got to love it because you gonna laugh from the start of the joke, in the middle of the joke, and at the end of the joke, you're gonna be in stitches. You feel what I'm saying? He set you up just like a motherfucking book. He gave you the beginning, middle, and end, and closed it
Yeah.
out. You feel what I'm saying? Like shit. Kudos. And then like, look, let's talk about it because they said they was trying to cancel him on Netflix. They want to get the show out of there, but
You
really
can't do it.
they can't do it because what he was saying was totally right. It was clearly just. You feel what I'm saying? Because they keep attacking him about shit that they misunderstand. Like if they listen to him, just like he said, he not a good motherfuckers. Just y'all ain't got to make that shit so motherfucking public. It's not for everybody. You know, y'all do what you fucking do. I'm not hating on you because I don't do the shit. I'm just,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? But you can't be so sensitive about it because if you're gonna come out in the public with it and say all this, then shit, you gotta be ready for the jokes that come with it, the criticism. I mean, everything. Like shit. Like, don't put it out there for the world if you don't want the world to come back at it. You feel what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And that's what I got to say about that. Dave Chappelle, the closer was motherfucking 100. I gave it a 10.10, unlike some people. Chuck. Yeah,
Hey, what,
I mean, it was funny.
I'm gonna get my boy's opinion now and see what he got to say about it. Blame the comment. What say ye? Scale of 1 to 10.
So you know they was all calling for for it to be brought down by GLAD. I forget what that stands for, but you know it's something that protects those people. And then the National Black Coalition, they wanted to be removed. And Netflix said, y'all better kiss our ass. We're not taking nothing down. And I'm gonna just say this: if he the GOAT, nigga, I'm the lamb. And everybody. I'm the lamb, goddammit. You know what I mean?
I know that's right.
A little bit of my fur off over here, man. Yeah, man.
The lamb.
A little bit of lamb, man. You know, everybody like lamb. So listen,
Yeah.
you know, they wasn't taking it down. And you know, they actually suspended some of the transgender community, man, because you know, they say they stormed in on a meeting that was for company execs and they didn't have the right to do that. And they just, I guess one of them happened to be trans, but it was a couple of people for standing by Dave Chappelle. See, this is my thing. If you got a right to put it out there, anything you got a right to put out in public, got a right to be spoken on. That's just like you can film anybody in public. You know what I'm saying? If you put it out there, why I can't talk about it? You can't put nothing out there and then I can't have an opinion. That's just like, hey, you know, I don't like mangoes. You know what I mean? You can't be mad at me. You know what I mean? I say mangoes trash. That's just my opinion.
What you mean mango trash? Fuck, nigga.
Yeah. Then on top of that, you know, they saying, you know, part of the transgender community or whoever, I don't know how many transgenders they got working at Netflix, but they supposed to be doing a walkout and a protest on October 20th over there at Netflix to, you know, say that, hey, we stand by our decisions. We, you know, Netflix, we work for y'all. We want you to support us. We here. But you know what I mean? That, listen, it just goes to show you, man, when you bring something to the table and it's making the man money, they don't give a damn what's going on. They gonna stand behind and listen. You all the way left. You know what I'm saying?
Amen.
Right.
You know what I mean? Just like what I said, if LeBron James came out and said he wasn't taking the vaccination, I'd be damned if they were gonna let him go. They find up some kind of excuse or some kind of narrative to say, well, you know what I mean? That's his personal right, whatever, blah, blah, blah. On top of that, if it was LeBron James, if he wanted to play, he said he wanted to be a transgender and play in the WNBA. You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
You can't stop him if they're gonna draft him. You can't tell me one of them female teams want to love to have him and see him dunking on him and whatever else. And you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, man. But it's a slippery slope, like I say all the time, man.
Yeah, that's you do say that all the time. It's a slippery slope.
It's a slippery slope, man. You know, and you know, like I say, man, if you mad because of somebody's opinion, one thing you can't do is control what somebody say about you, man. You got to take that off the board, man.
Right.
You got to take that off the board. You can't control what people say about you, and sometimes you can't do what other people do. Hey, if he want to go put on a wig and a dress and do what he's skirt around, that's his thing. I can't do that. That ain't for me. That ain't what make me tick. That ain't what make me happy. That don't mean I hate you though. You know what I mean?
Bingo.
You know, and I saw somebody else put it too, man. I saw somebody else put it too. He said, "This is just the four of us. We both marginalized communities, but at the end of the day, they fight has got ahead of the black fight. You know, and to be honest, you really are not around no transgender people like that, unless you work with them. You know what I mean? Or you just one of them happen to be in your family, or they look so good you don't even know they're transgender." I'm just being honest, man. You know,
and tricking.
If they didn't want to be discriminated against like that, you know,
fully
like young Buck got fooled.
They need to step up their makeup game, man, or get a little more softer so you just blend right on in. I don't know. It's just, I don't know, man. I'm just being silly, but you know, man, I don't know, man. They just, you know, I don't think they out and around enough to just be targeted like that. And then, you know, I mean, I know, and then I think it's more black transgenders being killed than the white transgenders. So that's a double marginalized on our side. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, my thing is, you know, I think I mentioned it last time about the guy coming out saying, "Do you feel safer coming out of being black?" And he said he felt safer coming out than he did being black. Did I mention that last time?
No, I did you?
Did I?
I don't know, but I don't remember you saying nothing like that.
Yeah, so I read it. This guy said he had a transsexual friend, and he said, "Do you feel more safer coming out, or do you feel more safer being black?" And he said, "Man, I feel more safer coming out." And like I said, for me, that's a problem. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, all those letters stand for your sexuality, your sexual preference. And at the end of the day, you don't have to wear that on your sleeve. You know what I mean? Don't nobody. I ain't got to look at Pimp Game or look at somebody and say he this or he that or she this or she that. You don't have to put that out there like that. Not only that, the other problem that I have with that is when you come to that community, you have a choice. And what I mean by the choice is that you can say, "Hey, man, this community ain't for me. This ain't for my life. I don't want to be a part of this no more. I didn't have to come to Jesus moment, or I didn't have a spiritual awakening in myself. If I don't believe in Jesus, I don't want to be a part of that no more." You see what I'm saying? But when it comes to this right here, this don't rub off. You see what I'm saying? This ain't no choice behind this. And we still, I think we still suffer more than they do. You see what I'm saying? But you know, I digress. I'm gonna leave it alone, man. Go ahead.
All right.
You know, that's because one fight was stronger than the other, and I agree with you all the way, because shit, just like you said, like they tacked on to the civil rights movement. You feel what I'm saying? And not only did they tack on to it, they didn't stand for it. They tried to stand in front of it, and they said, "Hey, it's tough being gay." You feel what I'm saying? And then but just like I say all the fucking time, before we won our actual fight, we gotta fight another fight for these motherfuckers that we like. Wait a minute, hold on. We were fighting for black folks. We just like you say, we fighting for this right here. We ain't fighting for what's in my mind or what I think I am or this and that. That's later on down the line. You deal with that shit on your own.
And you know,
our fight.
A lot of people say they tired of hearing about racism, man. Let that shit go. And I tell them, like I read earlier, I say, look, if you tired of hearing about it, imagine how we feel going through it.
Every day.
On now.
Every day, every hour on the clock.
Yeah, this 2021. Man, I'm gonna tell you something. I just saw something on my homeboy that live in Mississippi, man. He just had a post that said they were still doing slavery in 1965, man, in Mississippi, bro.
Yeah, them people were still slaves.
They were still doing slavery in 1965 in some of them rural towns up in Mississippi.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. They just found some people not long ago, maybe a couple of years ago, that was still like doing slave shit, like in Mississippi. Well, I swear to God, my nigga, look that shit up. It was like
Y'all
not
doing that?
long ago.
Y'all doing that slave shit over there? What's going on
Y'all
over there?
still
What
doing
y'all
that
doing?
slave shit, nigga? It's
So what's
2021, B.
Yeah, still doing that slave shit.
And the reason why I can believe it is, hey, you know, Juneteenth. There you go. Shit, we was 2 years free and still out here and they ain't saying nothing, man. Hey, don't tell them, man. You know?
Yeah.
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 So scale of 1 to 10, the closer.
Man, you know, I don't want to rate it. I don't think you can rate art, man. I'm gonna leave it at that, man. You know, I will say I thought it started off a little slow, but I can appreciate it starting off a little slow because that's how my comedy be. I always start off slow and I go from 0 to 100. You know what I mean? And then cut it off. You know what I'm saying? So I at first I thought it was like, you know, I gave it a little lesser because I was like, oh, it's starting off a little slow. I don't know what this one compared to the other ones, you know what I mean? Because we always use stuff as a benchmark, you know what I mean?
Right.
But then now that I think about it and I think about myself, I'm gonna give it a 10, man. I really can't rate art, but I liked it. And the reason why I liked it, because it was thought provoking and it was educational, it was informative, and it brought laughter, man. So loved it, bro.
That's what's up. Yeah, like you say, I kind of put it up against Sticks and Stones, the last one that he did right before that. So yeah, I mean, I guess judging it by itself, it's a masterpiece in itself by itself. But like I say, I was putting it against Sticks and Stones. Sticks and Stones it's his best one ever to me.
Watch this. In 2041, all his shit still gonna be relevant.
Oh yeah, all of it. Yep. See, his shit it's gonna transition through the test of time. Unlike people like Eddie Murphy, you know, his shit was funny then. You know what I'm saying? You could watch Delirious now. This nigga talking about little kid shit. He talking about ice cream and doo-doo in the water and shit like that. That shit was he talking about little shit that he done when he was a child or whatever. This shit making people think. It's making people more conscious. It's doing, and it's making you laugh at the same damn time. It's timeless. You're right. It's timeless. It's gonna stand the test of time. All of this shit, and you know, people gonna want to put them in order, just like they do. You know, let's put Jay-Z albums in order, see which one is the best. Niggas always say Reasonable Doubt or whatever is the best, and then you know they gonna have these things rated later on in his career, or probably even now. They're probably doing it right now. So shout out to that boy. I now rethinking it, judging it by itself on its own. It is a 10. I made a mistake by comparing it to his other work. So I'm back in good graces.
2 thumbs up, Chuck.
All right. Cigarillo.
You backtracking motherfucker.
Looking at it with different eyes.
Crawfishing ass.
I can feel you on that, man. I haven't seen it, to be honest, so I'm gonna actually watch it tonight. But from what I read about it, man, just from what I read about it, it just makes you wanna watch it, because that boy was talking about being Team Turf. Y'all know what turf is? TERF. Y'all know what that is?
Yeah, I heard it. I can't name
it stands for Trans Exclusionary Radical Feminists. So they argue that trans women aren't real women, right?
Yeah.
Y'all agree?
Right.
You agree, right? All right. So I'm all Team Turf too, so I can't wait to see what he's about to say. But you know, that might get us canceled right there. You know what I'm saying?
Here's one of the jokes that he made. That nigga said, imagine Caitlyn Jenner. He became a woman, and his first year in, this nigga got Woman of the Year.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This nigga ain't had no period.
No,
not a baby.
A baby.
He can't even walk in heels.
He ain't got no stretch marks.
He don't even look good.
This nigga ain't had no PMS. Nothing. He got Woman of the Year, bro.
He can't even fool you. He still look like Bruce.
That ain't blood. That's beet juice, nigga.
And he ran for governor and lost.
That's just like we've been going through the black struggle all year. Another reference, he said we've been going through the black struggle all year. We are for a war, and they say the nigga of the year coming up for the nigga of the year is Eminem. What? He just started rapping out here, nigga.
Yeah.
Bro, man,
It's real out here, bro. It's real out here, man.
Yeah.
It's real.
Yeah, man.
I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna be right back, my peoples. Just don't go nowhere. I'm gonna slide out and slide back.
All right. Well, from one comedian to the next, I want to talk about Bill Cosby, man. They another accuser just came out saying that he raped her back in the 90s. Now, is it me or should she have been on that first docket with them other hoes? You can't get on another docket. Yeah, I don't know that. I mean, ain't that kind of like double jeopardy? You kind of, you trying to, or is she trying to sue him civilly? I don't know, but she just came out today by herself saying that she was with him because he was mentoring her or whatever, and he ended up fucking. I mean, that's sometimes that shit gonna happen. You mentoring Bill Cosby, mentoring you, yeah, he probably gonna knock you down. So she talking about he did the same thing that he did to them other women from the 70s. From the 70s. So Pimp Game Shane, talk to me, man.
Bitch, you're too late. This nigga that I already said I had to get the lawyers that ran through the money. It ain't gonna flow, bitch. You gonna look up out of coma like, oh shit, Bill Cosby still getting out that money. You too fucking late, man. Like, nah, just let it go, man. This man and I already done, they didn't put this nigga through so much scrutiny. And I mean, half the women they say wasn't true, you know what I'm saying? Like half them hoes, they got caught up in lies, that Janice Dickinson, all them bitches and shit. Them hoes was lying. You know what I'm saying? She sound like she's trying to get in on the train too. Like, man, look, that nigga done did his time, man. Leave that nigga alone. Let that man come out and eat his Jello pudding pops and peach. You understand what I'm saying? And shit. Bitch, you don't stop making these fucking claims, bitch. Because that's how we know you ain't smart enough to get in on the deal. Because if you was, you would have did that shit when they filed. When the first bitches filed, you should have jumped in like, oh yeah, I got proof. Shit, you should have kept something or something. You knew about this shit a long time ago. I don't want to hear this shit. Like shit, bitch, where was you at? Where was you at Walmart or something, a Gruden or something? What you was doing? What you was waiting on? He's a senior citizen now. Now, what you want him to go back to jail? Or what you want? You want some money? Shit, he probably a Walmart Gruden now. Shit, they took out his money, snatched out his shows off his shit. What you want him to do?
God
like,
damn, man.
That boy like, oh, you gotta be quicker than that.
Blame the comic.
That was good. I like how you ended it, man. That was just good.
You ain't have to say nothing else after that.
Hey, man, she damn near gonna have to have a letter from this nigga that said, man, look, I ain't mean to take your pussy. I'm gonna take you something. And they gonna have to do handwriting analysis on this nigga to say that this nigga handwriting and he wrote it and she kept it and she got proof, signed Bill Cosby. You know what I mean? Man, come on, man. Like, I mean, listen, like I say, nobody deserves to be raped, bro. And then people want to get all in the comments and say, oh, it's all fun and games till it happened to somebody in your family and this, that, and the third. Man, I don't want it to happen to nobody. Nobody. No woman should have a vagina took, just like no man should have his ass took. You understand what I'm saying?
You're right. Hey.
You know what I mean? I'm just feeling 100, man. You know what I'm saying?
Gotta keep it a buck.
Yeah, I gotta keep it 100, man. So
booty warriors.
My thing is, man. Listen, it's just going too far, man. Like everything from cancel culture to the LGBTQ community to the Me Too movement. Everybody trying to backtrack and say they like, oh, I forgot. Let me go back here. No, we right here now.
Yeah, you missed the train.
Where we at?
Yeah, and that's the same thing white folks try to do to black people. No, we right here now.
This where we at. This is a result of what y'all did. This where we at.
You know what I mean? And some of the main differences between that is, you know, some people got proof and other people don't. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And how many times? And I'm gonna just be honest. And I'm not like Chappelle say. I'm not a victim blamer. But how many times have we seen women go to the stand and say somebody done something to them and it can't turn out to be a bold-faced lie?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And if you know, like I know, when it comes to lawyers in the courtroom, it ain't about what you know, it's about what you can prove.
And what you can pay for.
And what you can put on the spin, you can put on the story. You know what I'm saying? So, when it comes to white women, they notorious for lying, talking about somebody raped them.
Because it's easier for them to get away with that kind of shit. Just think about it. When somebody accuse you of some shit, if they really don't have no proof, shit, it's really they word against yours. And you could say all day, like, nah, it didn't happen. But then you know one thing for sure is that they never have to face any consequences if they lie. You feel what I'm saying?
So why not
lie? Yeah, why not lie? You can lie on anybody, just like this. A person in a position of power who has some money, you can dangle that shit over their head for as long as you want to. That's like, it's an easy blackmail because one, you can't prove it. You feel what I'm saying? Especially if it's years down the line. If you come out and say, oh, this nigga raped me when I was such and such. Ain't no real proof because you done ran through so many niggas by then. It's like, shit, everybody's DNA is in you. So it's like they can't do a rape case on, they can't do a rape kit. So all they got is your word against their word. You feel what I'm saying? And it's like, and if a motherfucker be like, man, I don't know what the fuck they talking about. The one thing we do know is that it's harder to prove your innocence than it is your guilt. You feel what I'm saying? When you guilty, motherfuckers know they got the evidence that boom, 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 boom. But when you innocent, when you ain't done nothing, it's harder to prove you ain't did shit because you ain't got no proof that you didn't do nothing. You feel what I'm saying? It's harder to fucking prove that. It's just like they say it's easy to get into trouble. It's hard to get out. Man, look, you can get just we talked about it earlier. Your skin color already when you go in the courtroom is already one strike against you. You feel what I'm saying? And then whatever they saying on that other side, you feel what I'm saying? That's two strikes against you. So nobody's hearing what you got to say. They're just looking at you and listening to your lawyer. You feel what I'm saying? Right. So it's easy to get railroaded on some shit because you can't speak for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't speak for yourself. You gotta have these court. You can't say, man, this bitch lied. She was over there sucking dick when you can't say that in court. You feel what I'm saying? Right. You can't do that. You can't, man, this bitch mad because I ain't want to give her the $40, man. Yeah, she sucked my dick in Carol bathroom. I ain't say nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't no right. You can't say that in court. You can't say that.
Yeah. But to add to your point about proving your innocence, I've been to trial before, and I won because my innocence was on their tape, on their body cam or whatever. They had pulled me over for a DUI with her. They thought it was a DUI, and they were like, "Hey, do these tests," and I was like, "I ain't doing none of that shit, nigga. Take me to jail." You know what I'm saying? But at first he was like, "I was about to do it," and I was like, "You know what, man? I ain't got to do this shit, man. I ain't done nothing." They were like, well, I'm not blowing shit, man. You don't have no evidence, so you're not going to be able. You're not going to be able to beat me in court. Look, it could be whatever it is, nigga. I don't trust that machine blowing in that motherfucker. They can put anything on that motherfucker. And then a nigga walking the line and a big rig come by and blow you off course. Now you drunk. You know what I'm saying? I'm just
Oh
saying.
hell, you're right. It could be
I'm just
windy.
saying.
Hell, it could be
But that's
slippery
how they
on the
play it,
ground.
though. Yeah,
That's how they play it, nigga. I'm telling
how they
you.
Hey,
play it.
That doesn't
yeah,
happen to me before. Oh, yeah, you drunk. I'm like, nigga, you ain't see this big ass truck that just passed? Yeah, you got to go down. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, with them having that camera showing that I didn't do shit, and what it was, the bailiff in the court told me, you ain't go to jail for no DWI. You went to jail for POP. I said, what is that? He said, pissing off the police.
there it
Because
is.
they got it on camera where, you know, he asked, did I have anything sharp in my pockets? This is a time I'm selling furniture. I'm an independent furniture seller or whatever. So I had a box cutter in my pocket that I had forgot all about. So he reached in my pocket, get the box cutter. He said, I thought you ain't had nothing sharp in your pocket. Man, I forgot about it. I sell furniture. You want to buy some? That's what pissed him off when I asked him, did he want to buy some?
Goddamn comedian. Oh, you think you're funny, huh? You think you're Bill
you
Cosby,
going
huh?
You going down.
They did that to me.
When they played the tape in court, the judge was like, we're not going to allow that in here. Don't play that for the jury.
Right.
Like, what?
Yep.
Yeah. So anyhow, yeah, you got to prove your innocence, man, and it's got to be documented. And this chick, she better off trying to get on Deshaun Watson case. He's still accepting hoes.
That's so fucked up. Leave Deshaun out of it, but you know that's fucked up. It seems like why do people put themselves in the position where they can be like accused of this shit? I mean, it's like you're not thinking when you're doing this shit. You know what I'm saying? If it were me, and I wouldn't, you know, be doing that, but I'm just saying, if it were me, it would be a room of about 20 people, all with their camera phones out. Everybody asking questions. So you want to lick them nuts? Yes or no? And everybody's gonna have proof from different angles. And before it go down, your ass is signing some shit. Because it's too much money to lose, man. You fucking around. I mean, come on, man. Yeah, women might be throwing themselves at you, but what is the motive? I'll tell you one thing. Your head ain't never accused you of rape. So beat it, like Michael Jackson told you. You didn't know what he was telling you, but he was telling you, beat it.
Just beat it.
Already. You didn't know. Everybody thought he was just, oh, that's a jam. No, he did the dance and everything.
Mike was always touching himself.
Hey, I'm telling you, he knew they was gonna come for him, so he was like, I beat it. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So yeah. Stop fucking around. Just watch Chuck'n Around.
Let me say this goes to what you were saying, Chuck. I went to jail for POP too, pissing off the police, man, because I was on a call out one time helping an ex-girlfriend look for a car, and it was at two houses on North Shepherd. They was right next to each other. They was both car lots. I didn't know that they were separate, so I parked my car over here. But then I went to this car lot. Later, I came back after getting my car when I get ready to leave. The lady went to cussing me out. Long story short, when the police finally come, I'm talking to the police, explaining my story. This is a black cop that I'm talking to. A Hispanic cop walk up. I guess this is superior. He gonna come up to me and tell me calm down. I looked at him and said, "Man, I'm not even talking to you." And went right back talking to the police officer. Said, "Man, take his ass to jail, man. Don't take him." And I got arrested for disorderly conduct. But the cameras were not then. The body cameras were not then. You see how I just got railroaded for nothing?
Hey, I've been railroaded several times. Like, nigga, I got a bogus weed charge. I had to go through a whole bunch of classes and all kind of shit because of motherfucking lawman. Now, keep in mind, I'm going to the motherfucking, now I am going to buy weed from the strip club. From my, you know what I'm saying?
Disclaimer.
Yeah, I am, you know what I'm saying, allegedly going to buy some grass. But just so happens, this particular night, my dude wasn't even there, right?
He say allegedly.
So we turn right back around. It's me and my homeboy. We turn around. We go right back. We jump on the freeway. As soon as we jump on the freeway, they pull us over. Boom. They searched us. Boom, boom, boom. They do all this shit. You know what I'm saying? They get my guy out the car. They like, oh yeah, we taking him. He got warrants and shit. And I was like, whew, good thing I ain't got no warrants. I was like, man, I thought they was gonna let me take it out to the crib. You know what I'm saying? They like, oh no, you going down for the weed. And I'm like, huh? I'm like, wait a minute, what weed? I just kept saying, hey man, what weed? He was like, yeah, we found about 5 grams. I said, 5 grams? Ain't nobody bought no damn 5 grams. We didn't even have no, like, when I started saying this shit, because I'm like, all right, I'm thinking like, man, I got to get up and go to work the next morning shit. And just like you say, this was before the body cam shit. So it was like, and man, I'm sitting there saying, hey man, we was going to get weed. We never succeeded with our shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, where do you get that weed from?
Y'all fucked that up, huh?
It was some fire too. Like you could see, like nigga, it was like a big, like nigga, it looked like about 5 grams worth of some good. And I'm like, where did he get this shit from? Because my boy didn't have to. We would have never made this trip had we had the grass. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
That was his personal stash.
You think they planted it on y'all?
Yeah. Oh hell yeah. Listen, I don't know. They had that shit on deck because
only way you could have beat that case if you wasn't no weed smoker and you would have had, you know, you could have took
well, at the time, I wasn't a weed smoker because I had just started working for FedEx. That's why I was saying I had to get up and go to work the next day.
So the way you could have beat the case, you took a drug test and showed you didn't have no marijuana in your system, so it can't be yours.
Well, this is what we asked for. I asked for that on the scene. I said, hey, you could drug test us. We not high. We was really, I'm being honest. I'm telling you, we was going to buy weed. We never purchased anything. We didn't have, I showed them the money that I had to go get the grass. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, yo, nigga, by the time I got to court, let me say this. This is how they fucked me. By the time I got to court, they had me as the driver of the car when I was the passenger. So they were supposed to put the grass and the pills on this nigga. You know what I'm saying? Because they said he had pills on him, and they said that I had weed on me. And I'm like, wait a minute. When you found the weed, it wasn't on me. Like I didn't even have no, like nobody had weed. You feel what I'm saying? Nobody had no fucking grass. This nigga was like, he had a warrant. Yeah, he had a warrant. And he was like, you going down. All of a sudden, his warrant changed into him having 2 X pills. You feel what I'm saying? And they was trying to put one of the X pills on me. And then they was like, shit, well, he got the marijuana charge. And I'm like, what? What? Hold on. They telling us this at the scene. They talking to each other in front of us. You feel what I'm saying? And they saying, oh, well, we're going to take him down for, and now he already got a warrant, so we good on him. We can just put the weed. He can get the weed. He can take the weed. And I'm like,
made that quote on y'all.
Oh yeah, that's all it was. That's all it was. It was like late night. It was like after 2 o'clock in the morning when we went out there. We was the only people on the highway. We was the first person they seen. They pulled us over. I mean, as soon as we got on the ramp, they hit us with the lights, and we got right back off. You feel what I'm saying? And by the time I got to court, it was like they said I was the driver of the car. They was trying to give me all kind of suspended license and this and that shit. And I'm like, what? I'm like, who the fuck they talking about? It was the nigga I went to jail with. They talking about him. And I'm like, that's not even me, sir. I'm like, shit, I wasn't a driver. They telling me to shut up and all this shit. Because, you know, that's when they first started doing the while you was in the, you know, what, when you can, from the video screen and shit. Like you talk to the judge through the video screen. You just come up there and they was like, how do you plead? I say, not guilty. They was like, da-da-da-da-da, you were the driver of such and such and such and such. I was like, hell to the fuck no. And they start reading off all these charges. I'm like, oh, hell no, no way. But then,
so long story short, we like, beat the case.
I could have, I don't even know how to beat the fucking case because it was like they were against mine. They was like, shit, you had weed. I was like, no, I didn't. I wasn't even driving. I wasn't this, I wasn't that. Nigga, you know what I did? Motherfucking I had to sign for fucking probation. You feel what I'm saying? And luckily, I ain't lose my fucking job. I had to call my boss and tell him, you know, hey, I'm dying here. And they had to bail me out and every fucking thing, man. I'm like, shit. And then I had to go to fucking classes. I had to do motherfucking all kind of shit. And I'm like, man, I wasn't even on drugs. Just imagine sitting in a drug class with a bunch
if you think you would think if you had the drug classes before you start smoking weed, it would have helped you.
Well,
Look, nigga,
Well,
let's
getting
go.
the job is what helped me because I had to be, you know what I'm saying? Like when
You have to be
you
clean for the
wasn't
job.
FedEx, you know, they
Reggie
give you
Anonymous.
random. So I couldn't smoke. You feel what I'm saying? Like shit, I couldn't smoke at all.
That nigga said
It was
Reggie
random.
I didn't hear what now one of you niggas said, but fuck all three of you motherfuckers just in case. And you down there looking like the gay Superman and shit.
And that's where we're going. That's where we're going. So we might as well talk about it. The new Superman, I guess his child between him and Lois Lane he's gonna be bisexual.
But
I know
why?
we're talking about.
But why?
I don't know why. I don't have no idea.
What all of a
Hey.
sudden made Superman horny enough
The man
to
of
explore
steel.
his sexuality?
The man of steel
No,
stealing
Was he at
everybody's shit.
a superhero swingers party or some shit? What?
I don't know.
What the fuck
Look,
is he doing?
Robin is already gay. We talked about Robin as Robin is gay, and now Superman's son is gonna be bisexual. See, and I was thinking like when he knocked Lois Lane down, that super nut didn't make us shoot back up off of him. I mean, bust that uterus up and bruise it to where she couldn't get pregnant. I don't know, man. I'm just saying. Blame the comic.
Dog, I don't know. I just keep thinking about how this nigga going when he land, is he just going, woo, it's humid up there. Shit. It is humid up there. I don't know what else to do.
That nigga got superhuman complaining skills and shit.
I don't know what's going on, man. They gonna fly down and say, look, I ain't got time for this today. I do not have time for this.
That nigga got super dance moves.
Hey, listen, first of all, he a superhero, man. What your sexuality got to do with anything?
Thank you. Why do you even need to know that?
It's a slippery slope, man. It's just like when they were talking about making dolls with pubic hair and shit. You know what I mean? And genitalia and shit, man. Like why, man? Like because who does the superheroes cater to? Kids, man. You know, they look up to superheroes and Marvel, even though adults, you know, they do Comic-Con or whatever that, you know, the little Marvel stuff that they do. Like why? And who gonna be next? You know, what's next is we gonna find out that Wonder Woman was a transgender all this time? Like,
yes.
What's next?
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, it's like, why, bro? And like, I understand, like they saying, you got some people on the fence saying like, you know, it's finally, I'm happy I can finally, you know, identify with somebody. And I feel like I have somebody that's speaking my voice and I'm being represented. It's a fucking comic strip.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like this shit is made up. This not even a real person. You know what I mean? And then black people been saying this shit for years. We've been wanting to be identified. You know what I mean? I mean, what's next down the line, y'all? They gonna have whole transsexual movies out here?
Yeah, that's what I was just about to say.
Happening.
They need to make their own content. Why that shit got to bleed over into regular shit? You know what I'm saying?
Keep it on the logo channel. Keep it on that channel.
Be your own fucking superhero. Like make your own shit up. You know what I'm saying? Do your own shit. We don't have. Why do we have to be involved in y'all shit all the fucking time?
You know what? That's that's what I can't understand is that why do they have to, like y'all already want to do your own fucking thing, and we get it. Go ahead, like shit. Y'all want to be gay in Montrose? Do that shit. You feel what I'm saying? But why does it
do that shit?
Why does it have to spill into what we doing, and then we have to just like take it in, or we got to say, oh, okay, this is what everybody doing now? No, fuck that shit. Listen, y'all can do your own shit over there. Why does it have to spill into TV, music, religion? Why does it have to be in everything? You have to mix this shit into everything. Like, no, keep it where the fuck it's at. Okay, we know y'all on that other shit. Okay, cool. Y'all stay over there. We don't have to recognize it. We don't have to do it. We don't have to accept that shit or none of that.
Stay over yonder.
Y'all have a choice to do whatever it is y'all want to. Why don't we have a choice not to deal with that shit? You feel what I'm saying? If I choose not to deal with this shit, I get all kind of flack for it. It's like, oh, you don't want to participate. No, I don't want to participate. I don't do dicks and butts and shit like that. I'm not with that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? A dick tucking and dick mixing and clit carpet rubbing and scratching and shit. I don't do none of that fucking shit. So it don't appease to me like shit. Let me say this.
It's
Some
called
people
scissoring.
eat pineapples on pizza. I don't like that shit at all. It disgusts me. You feel what I'm saying? So I don't eat it. Now, not saying I wouldn't fuck with nobody. Hey, you can get half pineapples on your shit. My half can just be regular. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I don't want that shit on mine. That's what I'm saying. Like, y'all invading. Why does a motherfucking superhero have to be gay? When the fuck did he identify as coming out the closet? What did he just make an announcement one day after he said, well, he was like, y'all know I'm gay. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been looking at y'all.
Struggling with this shit for years.
When I rescue y'all, I be thinking about fucking and shit. Like, like, why do we care? We don't want to hear all that shit. Like in a
super
comic
predator,
right? Yeah, you a super predator now. Like, who the? I mean, like, come on.
Oh,
most of the time when Superman fly and he's saving somebody, they be on his, like the woman will be on his back and he flying off saving him. So now when he fly with a nigga, he gonna be up under him, flying through the sky like.
Hey, have y'all ever seen the powder toast man that used to be on?
Yes, nigga.
He was the first gay superhero. This boy would fly backwards with the person he saved and clenched in his butt cheeks.
On his butt cheeks.
Yeah, and he had his head was made of toast. That was on Ren and Stimpy back.
That was on Ren and Stimpy.
Yeah, it's called Powder Toast Man.
I never heard of that. But like I said, this is why I keep saying, man, this shit is a slippery slope, because just not too long ago they was typing in blogs and shit, and they was trying to normalize pedophilia.
Yes. Wait, they have a whole community
around the world. Around the world.
Listen, they are trying to blend in with the LGBT alphabetical community. You know what I'm saying? Like
alphabetical.
They're trying to put the P in
people. They're trying to put the P in.
They gonna add a P to it.
Like, but see, this, just like we said, slippery slope is a good fucking word, because like shit, you gotta know what the fuck you fighting for. Like, everybody's saying, hey, let's normalize people being whoever the fuck they is. Okay. Now, when you say that, pedophiles believe that they in the right. They feel like they in love with little children and shit like that. So you really want them motherfuckers to be who the fuck they are? And you feel what I'm saying? You want to fight for their rights too? You feel what I'm saying? Everything that y'all are doing are fucking up the perception of a young child. You feel what I'm saying? Because if you got two women raising a boy or some shit like that, he's gonna be confused. I don't give a fuck what people say. Oh, it's normal. No, it's not normal. You know what I'm saying? That's not the natural. It's not. That goes against code.
That's like 50 Cent. Remember?
Right.
50 Cent said that. So you see how crazy that motherfucker is.
But listen, I mean, shit, that goes against everything. So when you got two men raising a child, or you got two women raising a child, it's unorthodox. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. That can never be normal, because two men can't make no baby, two women can't make no baby. You feel what I'm saying? Not all that shit is unorthodox. So when you try to preach it and normalize it, you can't normalize it because it's not normal. You feel what I'm saying? Like, none of that shit is fucking normal.
Let me add this to what you're saying, Pimp Gang. This is the thing too, man. If you remember, homosexuality used to be labeled as a mental disorder.
They would put them in a facility.
Right.
It used to be labeled as a mental disorder. Yep. So those people came into a position of power. Either they hid who they was, and then they say, okay, now I'm here. Now I can change from within the inside.
Infiltration.
That's the same thing the pedophiles gonna want. They want to normalize their behavior.
Yeah, they've been in the position of power though.
And this is the thing. Hold on, and I said this in my other video, man. Everything can't be a variable. Some stuff got to be constant for the world to be a sane and safe place. Nigga, if you walked out your house every day and your neighborhood look different, you be crazy.
Listen, let me say this, just to add on to what you saying, Blame. Who do you think is at the head of the fight for the trans all this, the LGB. Who do you think is on the head of that fight? The pedophiles. You know why? Because just like you said, they trying to ease on within. They gonna get one fight that's on top of everything. Just like if you notice now, man, look, they community is running the world. That's why we see what we see.
All what they gonna do, I'll give you one better. All what they gonna do is they gonna lower the age of consent so low.
Just thinking it.
They're gonna lower the age of consent so low, and once you give them an inch, they're gonna try to take a yard. You know what I mean? Like
they're gonna put it down to like 16 or something first.
No,
it's already like that right now. It's already like down. It's like I think 15, 16, and 17, or like 16 through 18, depending on what section you're in.
It's
And then
states.
it depends on what the parents, if the parents approving of it.
They gonna probably try to lower the age of consent to like 12 or some
12.
shit, or 10. You know what I mean? Like, come on, bro.
Yep, that's what they're doing.
My 9 says otherwise.
Listen,
I say my 9 says otherwise.
And my 45 says
I have my 9 ready for whoever's trying to.
Yeah, buddy.
On, man.
Listen, let me tell you something. The death toll gonna rise, buddy. The death toll is gonna rise. If I see, like, nigga.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to increase the death toll myself if that kind of shit happens.
We gotta think about the shit that
y'all gonna see me on the news if that kind of shit happens. Somebody try to holler at my little daughter, boy, it's over.
We gotta start thinking like what's acceptable. Because just like Blame say, they putting these comic books and this music and all that shit. This shit is directed towards children. And at the end of the day, you got pedophiles preying on children through music, through TV, through internet, through everything. You feel what I'm saying? And this is just another way for them to open up the door for them to do exactly what they've been trying to do, which is rape little kids. And you know what I'm saying? Like lower consent, hell fuck no. Lower consent of drinking and all that, hell fuck no. You know what I'm saying? All of it. We should be against that. Just like people should be against this bisexual comic book shit, because you teaching our children sexuality through, I mean, like at an early fucking age. What time? When do you start reading comics? Like when you start looking at it?
Let me say this real quick. I just want a consensus of the people that's on here. If you took your child to see a comic book that turned into a movie, or you picked up a comic book and you found out your kid was reading a comic book and he just so happened to be on the page of the two men kissing, or they in the bed together, or you at the movie and they kissing, who on here would approve of that?
Nobody.
Not me.
Can I see one hand that'll say that? See, this is the thing though, man. The media try to brainwash you and program you to that shit like that is normal in the public eye, but when you get to the heart of the streets and society and how society really believes, that shit don't fly, man.
It don't flow.
And here's the thing. Let me say this. It's almost like nature. It's almost like nature. What's considered to be natural nature, you can build a street out in the middle of the road, but eventually after that street wear and tear, what's normal in nature is gonna come back, man.
Right.
It's gonna come back to its grass roots or what it is.
Yep.
It just is what it is. I'm not saying nothing that I have against them people. You know what I mean? I don't have nothing against them, but plenty of them got stuff against me, and I ain't even did shit. And listen, and I'm not against them, and they got a choice in what they doing.
Right.
They got a choice. We ain't got no choice. So how you gonna just make me accept you? You can't make me accept you. You can't make me be down with what you down with. And you can't say that I can't have. They trying to take away freedom of speech, bro.
Yep. That's exactly what they're doing. That's exactly what they're doing.
Real clean it up, brother.
I'm gonna go ahead and clean this up, man. I just want to make sure that everybody know that this show, Chuck'n Arouind, does not associate gay or bisexual with pedophilia. That's just some shit that's a part of the world, unfortunately. And I'm gonna tell you, pedophilia started in the Catholic Church. So watch your ass out there, altar boys. Watch your ass. Anyway,
Them rumors
back to
killed that
the
shit.
back to bisexual Superman. This is some stupid shit.
We got
Honestly,
gumbo on deck, baby.
gumbo on deck. See, I mean, on the cool though, bisexual and all that stuff. You might as well just call that gay, bro. Because I don't understand why you calling it bisexual just because you'll bang anything. You know what I'm saying? You still gay. You still gay. So just call it gay. Just call it gay Superman. And why don't you just call instead of Superman, just call him Pooper Man? Because you know it's gonna get real janky. You know what I'm saying?
Shoot him, man.
So just call him Pooper Man. Don't even call him Superman. Just put that shit on the logo channel. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
I heard that that's their channel. I mean, we used to have BET until Bob Johnson sold it to Viacom, so now it's really WET.
Well, shit,
And I'm gonna call it.
it's
You know what
really Tyler
WTE?
Perry Network.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. No,
What?
I think it's more WET. I ain't gonna even say what that means.
Mayonnaise Entertainment.
It's Wigger
All I'm gonna
Entertainment
do is cut
Television. That's
Tyler
what it
Perry out,
is.
goddamn thing.
Yeah, for real.
Y'all didn't hear what I
Yeah.
said? Okay. I said
Uh-uh.
WET, Wigger Entertainment Television. But on the cool, I'm just joking. But man,
Chuck, you gonna get canceled, man.
hey, fuck
Yeah.
Hey,
bisexual.
it won't be
Fuck
long.
bisexual Superman, man. I mean, not literally, but forget Superman. You know what I'm saying? But
Pause, nigga.
hey, I grew up reading
I don't
comic
even want
books,
you to
man.
say that no more.
Really, I grew up reading comic books, man. I was a young kid starting with comic books. I still got them comic books. Not one of them are gay. Not one of them. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And it took them till what 1964 to even come out with a black superhero, Black Panther.
They said
You know what I'm
Ernie
saying?
and Bert were gay.
Yeah, but Ernie and Bert were yellow and brown, so
And
that
we
was a
never
little
seen
sus.
them kissing. They wasn't
Yeah,
never
they
talking
didn't.
to
Yeah.
each other like
That was
They wasn't in
implied.
the same. Yeah,
That
they
was
wasn't in the
implied.
same bed.
Yeah,
No.
I
They
mean,
could have been brothers. For all
I ain't
we
got
know.
I ain't got nothing against the alphabet community or nothing like that. But I damn sure ain't about to pick up no comic book and read about a bisexual Superman because to me, that's not super, bruh. That's sus.
No.
That's
They
what it
wasn't
is
super.
because
Yeah.
it's the agenda. That one word agenda. It's gonna go through comic books. It's gonna go through cartoons, TV shows, movies, commercials, and etc. You already know. Even on drug commercials, they got people kissing that
Yeah.
are the same sex.
Kissing and
Why do
shit.
you need to have that on drug commercials?
Yep.
You see what I'm saying?
What
You
does
got
it matter?
HIV commercials, drug commercials, where they all happy because they got HIV, but they still,
Right.
doing what they want to do. And
Right.
then they have the happy music. It's
They
like,
got
oh
the
yeah,
pill now.
just take this pill. You're gonna be happy and do whatever you want. But you know what? That's some old bullshit right there because you perpetuating a behavior that caused the reason that you
Right.
need the fucking pill. You see what I'm saying?
Right. Thank you.
So
Thank you.
why
Thank
don't you
Nobody
just
said
promote safe activity as opposed to encouraging the shit? Well, I know why, because if they didn't have people being promiscuous, they wouldn't be able to sell them drugs. So,
That's why they have to
I'm done
promote
with
that
that
shit.
because we could talk all day about that. And
Oh yeah,
I mean,
without
we
a
need to
doubt, we ain't
move
gonna
on.
take it too far. Yeah, we're gonna go to the next because to add on and the end that topic, they don't put no gay dudes on them condom commercials. That's what they need to put them niggas on.
Yep.
They need to be on Trojan commercials. That way you
There
don't
you
need
go.
the pill.
There you go.
Bro,
Yeah.
they
Put the most flamboyant ones on there too.
Yeah, they had heterosexual couples on there, but they don't have the gay couples. The motherfuckers
There
that
you
really
go.
need them come.
Because they don't
So,
really want the birth rate to go up, man. If y'all listen to my
Yeah.
song,
Yes.
if y'all listen to my
Yes.
song out there called If I Die Before I Wake. No, is it? No, my other song. Well, fuck it, just go listen to all my songs and you'll hear what I'm talking about.
This nigga done forgot the song. All right, we're gonna end this shit on a happy note, man, because I got an early day tomorrow.
We got two more times.
Yeah, nigga, one of them hoes going the next week. We gonna talk about Lizzo, man. We gotta end this on a happy note. Because that other one can go to next week. That'll stand the test of time. We gotta talk about Lizzo showing up to Cardi B's 29th birthday party naked. Well, not quite naked. I don't know if you got the picture. She had a sheer see-through outfit on. And I know everybody.
Don't pull it up.
everybody don't have the body to do certain things, but some people, you know, they like that. Some folks like that.
There you go, right there. I got it for you.
There she go. Hey,
looking like Grimace. She looking like a Grimace in drag.
So I don't know who this nigga is. He look like he don't want to be there.
That's security. That's security. You know, he got to secure the scene. You know.
Let me tell you something. I put that together in my mind. That's the nigga who's smashing her. I bet.
Hey.
He got that look on his face like he don't want to.
Who's smashing her? She said, "Babe, is it okay? Yeah, you can wear it. You got with me. It's cool."
And look, he flexing his arm because he's trying to hold her, and it's just he using all his strength. He's like, oh.
Yeah, if she go down,
that's who she's sleeping with right now. I'm willing to bet my last dollar. That's who she's sleeping with right there.
Hey, I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't put it past it. I mean, because somebody gonna hit. I hit a big old ass right now.
He said right now on the show. All right,
right now,
Chuck'n Around.
Yeah, right now. Come on here, Lizzo. Let me get some of that bread. Take some of that bread off your hand. You're eating too much.
Some of that cornbread. Let me get some of that cornbread.
Pimp Game Shane, you didn't want to see this. Don't look like
at all. I can't unsee it now. You done fucked my eyesight up, like nigga.
They say y'all ain't had no problem when Rihanna did it.
Nope, Rihanna is fine.
Lizzo fine to somebody.
To somebody, yeah. It's all subjective.
We'll find that nigga and show him that picture.
There he is right there. He's right there.
That boy got a look on his face like, ooh, I wish I had somebody.
somebody right there. Chilling.
Man, let me tell you something. This shit is all bad. I mean, and I'm not gonna talk about the Lizzo part because I'm not shaming nobody. I don't want to do it like that. But it's just like, man,
who would want their daughter to do this shit?
Who want their mama looking like that? You feel what I'm saying? Like,
no, she ain't got no kids, but
where do you draw the line with respect for yourself? And I'm not just saying because you this weight or this and that. Even like women, like when Rihanna done it, you feel what I'm saying? Like, nigga, you gotta have some kind of respect for yourself, and then you gotta think like this: shit, you just giving the world your whole innards. You might as well just show them your coochie. You know what I'm saying? You might as well hold your pussy lips open. And, you feel what I'm saying? Like,
she can't show the coochie and stuff under there.
What?
She gotta lift some shit up.
Right. But I'm not saying just her. I'm saying women who dress like this in public places. You feel what I'm saying? Like, nigga.
Yeah, she ain't the only one.
Right. She's not the only one. There's women who do it all the time. And I don't.
Yeah, they call hoes.
I don't condone it from anybody. You feel what I'm saying? Because let me say this. Once you let women start doing it, then men who think they women start doing it.
Like Lil Nas X.
And you open them doors up to niggas in public with their dicks out and shit like that. Like, man,
well, not only that, he a transsexual and he got his titties out.
Right. You feel what I'm saying? Listen, cover yourself, man. Keep your shit under wraps. Why do people got to put their whole selves on broadcast for the public at all times? You feel what I'm saying? Is there nothing sacred about you? You feel what I'm saying? Is there nothing that you feel what I'm saying? Like, we all see how your teeth slide to the side, look like you fucking Grimace from McDonald's and shit. Like, everybody can see that shit now. Like, but you know, when you was fully covered, nobody knew that shit. You feel what I'm saying? You just giving people more to talk about, and it's like, shit, cover yourself up. I personally want to hear your music. You feel what I'm saying?
I don't want to see you. I just want to hear you.
I like your art, your craft. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want to be looking at your videos if this is what you're gonna be looking like. And then and
that's what she looked like in the video too.
And I'm gonna tell you like this, quite honestly. Like, our black women disrespect themselves so much that they bring themselves down. Like, if white women were out here doing this shit, I wouldn't give a fuck. I wouldn't give a damn because I don't look at white women. I don't care about them.
What about Cardi B? You
I don't
don't mind
listen.
her doing it?
Listen. The thing is, I don't like her disrespecting herself. You know, she put herself out there all the time with naked pictures and shit like that. And some people say it's art, and some people say this, but really, your art shouldn't be. You know what I'm saying? You having to show your body to get money. That's prostitution. You know what I'm saying? Like shit, that's another form of prostitution. You have to sell your body. We have smart black women who are doctors, lawyers, doing all this type of shit. When you got nurses, you feel what I'm saying? You see them in their uniform, and then you see them go home and they stripping butt ass naked and twerking and doing all this type of shit. And you start seeing that, you're like, yo, slow down. Because you fucking up our image. We just got to a plateau where we can be these things. And then now y'all want to be like, oh, I'm a twerking doctor, or I'm a twerking physician, or I'm a twerking dentist, or you feel what I'm saying? It's like, stop doing that shit. Like, leave that shit for your private life. That's what you're doing private. Do that shit. But like, stop bringing it to the public. Like, keep your shit under wraps. Like, yo, when people say stop snitching and all that fucking shit, stop doing shit in public like this. You know what I'm saying? Like, stop putting your fucking self out there like that. Now she's gonna be mad because somebody's gonna say, "Oh, bitch, you fat," or this. You feel what I'm saying? But that's what they on here to do. Is people that's on here to troll and do certain shit like that. Like they look at motherfucking internet all day just to motherfucking rank on people, or just to hurt people's feelings, or just to, you know what I'm saying? They want to get people to fucking kill themselves.
She just ate the sign.
Right. But that's their whole job, to get on here and just troll everybody and celebrities and all this fucking shit. You feel what I'm saying? You just giving them something to troll, and then you can't play the victim if you don't put nothing out there. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Blind.
But look, she's not wearing any shoes. That tells you a lot. Anybody who's walking around barefoot to an event, you know there's a problem. There's a serious problem going on. So do you think?
Oh, she ain't had no shoes on either?
No, she has no shoes, no socks. She's barefoot walking.
Wow.
Because that's what well, I don't know what big people, but that's what dumbass would do. Her feet was probably hurting. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I don't see her shoes no more.
Yeah, her feet was hurting by this time.
The dogs was screaming.
Let me say this, man. Let me say this. First of all, she's not the first person to do it. That's number one. Number two, even though he was born before my time, I ain't approved when I saw Prince doing the shit with his booty ass out.
Exactly.
Booty ass.
But he let his art lead. He let see, it's one thing when the people become a fan of you when you get so big, then you got the leeway to do whatever the fuck you want to do because the people are already on your side.
Right.
Like, I'm sure half the men that went to Prince concert, yeah, they was fans of him because their girl was fans of him. Right. And he looked pretty. But they men were not here wearing no blouses.
No.
The far as they went is got a purple motorcycle problem.
Or a purple Charger or a purple Challenger.
I'm just saying. And so here's the thing. Like,
or a Lakers jersey.
When you do all this at the beginning of your career, where else do you have to go?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm just saying, get to that upper echelon or that essence or that diva, like a Aretha Franklin or Gladys Knight or something like that, and then expose yourself in maybe an artsy cover. You can still give it to them. You know what I mean? I just wish that she would just take her music because she's in a lane of all her own, man. Don't no other artists out here play the flute like that.
Hey, let me ask you this. Did any of them artists that you just named, Gladys Knight, Patti LaBelle, did any of them have to show their bodies to become great?
Because they was already great when you heard their voice.
It's different strokes for different.
Let me say this too, though.
Time and all that old kind of stuff.
I only said that to say that the generation is so different now because at first your music sold you, and now it's your antics and your gimmicks that sell you. You feel what I'm saying? It's not now like our artists. They didn't have to, like our R&B artists never had to just come out here naked to sell albums. Their voices were sold because at first we didn't even have videos. You feel what I'm saying? And these people sold millions and millions of records before even seeing who these people were. You feel what I'm saying? Their talent led. You feel what I'm saying? this right here is all gimmick. It's all fucking gimmick.
This right here. You
Yeah,
mean this right here?
this
She
right here.
was online a couple of weeks ago crying.
Saying, exactly.
Yeah.
It's like she's asking for that. Yeah.
And then when you put it out there, now you're doing the same thing again. So, like, let me tell you something.
Quit crying,
People in my comments said that I don't have the right to place comments on what a woman does with her body. I don't have the right to do that. Like I said, anything you put out in public is for the public to see and the public to have their opinion about and feel however they feel. You understand what I'm saying? So here's the thing. I feel like it's gimmicky. You know what I mean? She in a lane all her own. This is some shit that her kids gonna see one day, and she ain't gonna be able to stop her kids from doing whatever the hell they want to do. You see what I'm saying? Like, this is the type of shit that you don't think about that can come back and bite you in the ass.
And it always does.
That's a whole lot of ass too to bite.
It always does.
That's a big bite.
And so my thing is like this. You got people like Jill Scott. Jill Scott is classy and she cute. Watch this. How many big people you know? Some women might know men and men know women that's big, they heavy set, full figure. And you sit there and say, damn, she cute and she smell good. She different. And the way she carry herself, she damn near go. You know what I mean? But then when you do this, it's like, how can you? It's already like you being black. Society looks at you if you overweight, like you nasty or this, that, and the third. You know what I mean? And then to put it out there, you laughing, Cigarillo, but I'm being honest.
I know that's why I'm laughing because this shit true.
You know what I mean? And now you want people to accept you, but you got to give it to them in gradual steps. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like, and then here's the thing though. Like I said, back to Jill Scott. Jill Scott, you ain't never seen Jill Scott do no shit like this. You know what I mean? And I know she's not Jill Scott, but you done seen Jill Scott do sexually forward shit like she's singing at concerts and
Well, she was giving people their money's worth though. Nobody paying for this.
Like that, Blaine, goddamn, man.
Yeah, what's going on there, man? What's going on?
That shit good.
Yeah, he been reading that Superman comic book.
Boy, you niggas won't stop.
We getting canceled tomorrow, just so you know. We getting canceled.
Yeah, this will be our last show.
It's cancellation time.
But I'm just saying, you don't see Jill Scott with all that, and people respect her artistry. Like some shit like this, I feel like she putting the cart before her heart, before the horse, to let her music and her artistry speak for her. You know what I mean? To where she can get big enough to go overseas to the UK or
she is already big enough. She already big enough. Yeah, she big enough already, just so you know.
Oh, man, I'm not trying to body shame the woman. You tripping, man.
Well, no. She's big enough like
I'm saying popular. She popular.
Her music is that, nigga, for real.
So I'm just saying though, I feel like she not on the level of Aretha or Gladys or Patti LaBelle. She's not on that level. That's what I'm talking about. No. I'm talking about that level to where you put her in a category of her own, like Kenny G or some shit. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying.
She's not classy enough for sure.
Yeah, I want to hear her music. I don't want to see her body. That's all I'm saying.
Because these are the people who are
right.
That's my opinion. My opinion. So it's probably somebody out there in the country that is like, you know, all over that. You know what I'm saying?
Somebody love that shit.
Yeah. So
that's all I'm saying, man. I'm not trying to body shame her, but listen, that's just like, listen, when you think of breast, you think of perky. Her nipples looking at the floor, bro. Nobody wants to if it was okay for men to come out with their dick print showing through sweatshorts all the goddamn time. You know what I mean? Like, or my nuts long and they dragging the ground. Don't nobody want to see that shit. And I'm not saying nothing about her body. I'm not saying
we
that.
We love you long time.
I'm just saying that.
Them titties look like walrus feet. Them boys
they look like bulging eyes. Bulging eyes.
she could at least put on like a see-through bra and had them sitting up.
Or something.
You see
get
what I'm saying?
3D eyes popping out.
It's just other ways that she could have done it that would have got more attention. Like, okay, she got them right. She got them sitting. Yeah, she could have taped them up. Something, anything. But
Hey, gorilla tape. We need some gorilla tape.
Let me say this. Maybe this the before picture. She gonna like lose some weight and this the before picture and she gonna lose weight and that after gonna be fire like a motherfucker.
Now, I will say this: if this a publicity stunt for that before and that after,
yeah,
that's a hell of a move. Now I never thought about it like this. That's a hell of a move.
She needs to go ahead and get with Adele.
Before and after, like what's the white girl that's with that black dude?
Adele, right? Yeah,
Adele. If she about to pull a before and after with Adele, like Adele did, this fucking genius. It's fucking genius. Yeah. But the only thing is, I don't think it got enough attention. But they'll circle back to the photo though, and make
shit.
Cause she got a cute little button face. She got a cute little face.
Yeah. She ain't no ugly big old bird. At least these hoes big and cute, not big and fucked up. Hey, this the last week.
This is it.
This is
bye, y'all. Bye.
Oh man, look, let's wrap this thing up, man. Pimp Game Chain, let's wrap it up
real quick. Cause I gotta get my food off the grill.
I'm happy to be here. Y'all can catch me. I've been doing a few mixes. I'm putting together a little mix album of some stuff that we did. It'll be out like in a few, maybe about a month or so. But shit, you're gonna be able to. First, I'm gonna drop it on MartellMusic.net. I'm gonna put it on Spotify. It's right now we're currently doing some stuff on BandLab, some trap stuff like that. But everywhere you can find music, you can find me. I was in a movie on Amazon Prime called Candy. Boomtown was a director. You say we all over the place, right? Currently, we're doing music and videos and shit like that. I just started trying to learn how to mix and master and shit like that. So I'm still fucking around with that shit. So that's gonna be one of my next projects. But shit, Cigarello on the Music Blast. You know, we doing all kind of shit. Check us out, MartellMusic.net, Pimp Game Shane. Anywhere on Facebook, anywhere, Flow to Promote on IG. And I think that's it. I'm everywhere.
Already.
Here again. I hope this ain't our last show after this. Fuck with your boys.
Real low.
Yeah, man. It's just go to MartellMusic.net for all that shit. But lately I've been streaming on Twitch, so come holler at me on Twitch. Just look for Cigarello Martell, and we got it going on. I'm doing all kind of shit on Twitch, so I might even have these cats come get on my show on Twitch, and then we'll see. We can talk about all the shit we want without getting canceled.
Already.
Send up a Twitch too.
Blame the comment.
Yeah, man. Currently still working on this gumbo, and what I got.
He's still grubbing. I know that shit good.
Listen, man. Good. So yeah, man. We getting ready to celebrate my son about to turn 4, man. He's turning 4.
Happy birthday
party this Saturday at the little jump place for him. So we got that popping, man. That's happening Saturday. We just one of my wife's cousins. He was autistic and whatnot. He just passed away. So we also got a funeral to attend that Saturday morning before the funeral. Cool guy, man. Let me tell you something. Autistic, man. This was, and his favorite color was red, by the way. Mm-hmm. Dude was autistic, man. He had just turned 50. I actually his cousin had just booked me to host his last birthday party that he had, man. Let me tell you something about this dude. Man, always upbeat, happy. You couldn't tell him he was slow.
Yeah.
You could not tell him he was slow. Man, the man was just like cool. You know, when you talk to him, you knew he was a little off and stuff like that. But man, look, when I tell you, Man, the man was cool. Ride the bus everywhere. You know, like one of them dudes ride the bus everywhere. You like walking way over here somewhere. Like he was just, you know, he was
He
on
just
one.
living life.
Yeah, he was very independent, man, living life, man. And one of my white cousins, he say his name was Aldrin. That's who passed away. He said he was a little messy though. He'd introduce me like, yeah, that's my little nephew right there. His name's such and such. He gay though. You know, he just tell everybody. He tell everybody business, and you know what I mean.
Honest. That's honest right there.
Honest, yeah, honest. You know what I mean. So then, so after that, man, like I said, Fort Worth. He was one of my biggest fans too, man. I used to appear on the Isaiah Factor a lot on Fox 26, and he would always call his sisters and his cousins and just, hey, blame on TV. Y'all didn't turn on 26. So he was one of my big fans. So I just wanted to shout out and give him a memory on this live broadcast, man, on who the man was and attest to, because he, you know, even though he was autistic, he was a kind soul, man. And just shouts out to Aldrin, man. May he rest in peace. And so yeah, I'll be in Fort Worth. I'll be in McAllen. Got a show here in spring. Fly back to LA on Halloween. Be gone for like 2 weeks. Come back on the 11th. Be back in town. Oh, I just booked my own personal gig that I didn't book in LA to do a private birthday party in Aurora Grande, California, on November the 6th. I'll be out there. And man, I hit a home run with this one, man. Personal birthday party for $1,200. You can't beat that.
It is. All right, brother.
When I looked at the gig, I was like, you know what? Shit, if I'm gonna go do it, man, I gotta go all the way out. I'm gonna just put a price out there where if this is what it's gonna take, where I got to do it.
Yeah. You just gotta tell me no. And
then not only that, I booked a show, a virtual show that I got to pre-record for the NAACP in Oregon. It's Albany, Oregon. Yeah, Albany, Oregon, I believe. Never heard of Albany, Oregon, but
I think they call it Albany. I've been there. Yeah, I've been there before.
Okay. So yeah, I got a little show that I'm doing. So I got 2 shows on the 6th, but one I get to pre-record, which is pretty cool. You know what I mean? 30-minute pre-record. And I can just give it to them, and then I just got to drive up to my other show that's in Aurora Grande, California, which is like 3 and 3.5 hours from where I live in California, LA.
Already.
Yeah, man, that's pretty much it. And you know, I'm just excited to see what the year gonna bring, man. Taking classes every Sunday morning, acting and stuff like that, just trying to get better at it. You know, it's weird because acting is really not acting, it's just being yourself. You know what I mean? And it's to hear people say that, but then still put they say acting is like action. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Because if it was about emotion, they would call it emotion instead of acting. You know what I mean? So I'm still trying to figure that part out, man. I actually submitted myself for the Oval for Tyler Perry the other day. I never get a call back from under.
That's my wife's show, man. You'll be surprised, man. You'll be surprised. You might get that call, bro. My wife watched that show all the time, and they have some terrible actors on there.
Hey,
they have terrible actors on there,
and I don't even think they have no scripts on there. But I know they're gonna make you play a gay dude.
Hey, please don't play a gay dude. If
I submitted for a drug dealer.
You gonna be the gay drug dealer.
Hey, he gonna call you to be one of the rockadoochies.
That boy Tyler Perry got a way of putting a spin on shit, bro.
hey, if you ever heard of the rockadoochies, that's like a cult where you gotta bang the head guy to be in the cult, so they gonna call you for that one.
The only way I'll do some gay shit on TV if it's like one of them movie kisses where y'all just turn your head and you know y'all ain't really kissing.
They don't do that no more.
They don't do that no more.
They do full on in the bed, tongue down, all that. You're gonna be mustache to mustache.
Hell,
beard to beard. Look, crossing swords. Crossing
Never had
swords.
tips.
Dick mixing. You gonna be dick mixing.
Get ready. Get ready.
I'm gonna tell you why I wouldn't be able to do it.
Because you ain't
you know what that
vaccinated.
movie shit. That movie and that TV shit, nigga, it ain't just one take. They be like, all right, let's shoot it again. I'm not gonna keep kissing this nigga, man. I'm not about to keep kissing this nigga, man.
Like,
bring my stunt double in.
Look,
bring Chuck in. Bring my stunt.
And then after it's done, it's like, okay, let's go to the after party.
They're gonna be like, we gotta do the sex scene. Take 182.
I'm like, hey, you need to relax. You need to relax. Take some of this Molly.
Nigga kissing this nigga, man.
Hey, good luck, brother. Good luck, because you might get that shit, man. We're gonna claim it. You're gonna get that shit.
Man,
drug dealer role.
That nigga said good luck. Gay drug dealer.
No, the straight drug dealer. No, you're gonna be the bisexual drug dealer.
I forgot what we had, nigga.
Man, I'm just fucking with you. Much love, man.
I'm talking about, damn, that bitch fine. Ooh, that nigga cold as a motherfucker too. Hell no.
Hey, I'm gonna send a bunch of emails to Tyler Perry to tell him get you on that bitch. How about that? We're gonna get you on that bitch. We're gonna put a petition out there. All the people watching, we're gonna do it.
Yeah. That's a good look though, man. But whatever you do, don't let that nigga put one of them wigs on that them fucked up wigs that he got out there. With them braids and
like
shit.
The cornrow wig.
Yeah, don't let that nigga do that shit. But anyway, man.
Looking like, what's your boy name from CSI?
He gonna be on the Diary of a Mad Black Woman Part 2.
It was gonna be big.
It's gonna be on like 3 braids, like one in the middle and 2 on the side. Anyway, dog, I want to thank y'all niggas for coming back, man. Y'all niggas make my Thursday every fucking Thursday. I know I said we wasn't gonna go but an hour, and we in an hour and 42 minutes right now. But hey, what time flies when you're having fun, man. And we had another topic, so we need another 2 hours. I'm thinking, goddamn. But anyway, I want to thank y'all, man, for always being there for me on Thursdays, man. Big shout outs to all you guys, man. I really do appreciate y'all. And I want to give a special shout out to Blaine for being messy out here in these streets. Done got me a show. He got me a show out here because he out here being messy in these streets. So I'm gonna be at Phil and Derek's in April.
Oh, he got you. Way to go.
Play the gay comic.
Got him. Got him. Hey, man, Phil and Derek's is nothing but money up in there. I'm gonna tell you that right now because I heard that it's money in there.
Boy, you ain't never been there.
Nah, I don't know where it is, but I heard it's a lot of money.
I'm gonna be doing that thanks to my homeboy Blaine, man. I appreciate you, homie.
That's what's up, man.
Good job.
So anyway, man, Blaine, drop that beat. I don't
just checking around. Just checking around. Checking around. Just checking around.